2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and another run with Edmonds.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it. Kind of establish something.
They left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Back to the ground on first down. Edmonds knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. As a nice run there, gets him down to the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Here's Mostert.
And he gets him a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Tua. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback,
and that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26.
Off play action, Fields.
And this is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fielded at the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to...
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That play over before it got anywhere thanks to Christian Wilkins.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this out past the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 24, Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 68 yards. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The Bears at 3-5, 2 games under 500. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Thomas brings it in. Touchdown, Bears. Ian Thomas, 29 yards. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua over the middle and complete to Waddle. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yards back to the 29. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise. I think they were able to pop pass on 4th down.
I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Jones on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Here's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Tua going to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Right.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Tua going to try and run. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Edmonds will score. Touchdown, Miami. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they wanted to attack.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And taken at the 46. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Tua now on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Set, ready.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. 1st down, Miami. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this. Or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Tua going to try and run. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On second and goal, Tua.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sanders' kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been
into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
third down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Herbert once more. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Pass to the right. There's Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. A handoff for Herbert.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
That's Trayvon Diggs making a big play there for the defense.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. On third, here's an option play right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 30, 20, 10. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's Herbert. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll toss it out right to Herbert. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll run. It's Herbert. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Fields on 3rd down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Hey, tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Melvin Ingram make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped.
But how about this, a fake? And this is caught, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go! Here we go!
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Justin Fields
scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out.
And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Tua now on first down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. This is Herbert. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now Herbert. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
that one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Slot man moves right. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Again, they run with Edmonds. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's a give to Herbert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10.
And a loose football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
They'll run here with Herbert. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 2nd down now, Herbert.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Downstairs. You mean? Girl, I told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? You gotta dip, Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. What up? Anyway, gotta pay a little more. If we late to the jack, gotta jet the ball, leave at 8. And we got some fur on the upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play it. Score for every Ablo project. You ain't scared to change, cause it's ain't coming out your pockets. My fruity and slip. I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. Oh, your girl, let it put so much into tonight. And you just don't care. Now stop playing games, gun. Bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go.